Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Stream number 6. Let's go. Oh, almost broke my headphone. Alrighty. Oh, welcome. Just getting situated. Happy Monday, everybody. You know, crazy. Hey, what's up, Balake? Balake. What's up, my man? Welcome to the stream. Today, I was just gonna go through some Blender stuff. Recently, been making 3D assets on Blender, learning how to make stuff. Trying to learn to use it for my video game that I'm making. So, hey, what's up, Shiotic? Glad you guys are in here. How's your guys' week and Monday, I guess? I was gonna say weekend, but did you guys have a good weekend? I turned 24 this weekend. Crazy. But hope you guys doing good. So you can see I got this little guy I've been working on today. Just a little guy. Just so I could show you guys some other stuff. Save this file. We'll open up a new one for you. This one, I'll show you 2 different worlds that I'm working on. So this first world that I created, everything is a little asset that I modeled myself. Nothing crazy yet. This was my very first tutorial world. But I got like little flowers, little rocks, and then up here, you know. Hey, thanks for the sub, Balake. Gosh, name keeps getting me. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. But yeah, these little houses created all these little bricks and windows and whatnot. This little door, little well. It looks a little weird and like not textured that great right now, but over here on the left we got a camera, and with this camera I could press 0 to kind of go into camera view. You could see these items are in the shot and there's light sources above it. So when I go over to a rendered image, and like eventually when I render an animation, it applies those light sources and goes from that camera and creates a lot better looking image and applies shadows and everything. But yeah, I've just been having a blast learning all these different things. I'm a sucker for learning things. But this one, I'm hoping if I could see if I could add it to the game I've been working on, because that'd be cool to make something that I made this and then be able to like run around on it with a character that I made and everything. But that's the world number 1, and then this is kind of the next step up that I've been working on. We got excuse me. So last night I made these like apple crates. Nothing's textured on this world at all. It's just all 3D items that I've been making. I've got little crates over here.
Next, let's put in a.
Oh, it's from the stream. That's awesome. Okay. So I got these milk cartons over here. And these ones I like a little more complicated edges and faces. Same thing with this little cash register. You know, it's nothing crazy, but just my first little practices with Blender. And this one over here, I made a vase and a flower. Very proud of these flowers. I custom made these little leaves with planes and everything, and even ended up texturing one of the flowers. So that's what it will look like when it's all colored out. But go back to this one. Then this there's different like viewing modes. Right now I'm in the solid mode. Kind of like lets you see sides better and everything. So, oh yeah, also these little lamps up here. There's a bunch of like little things that I've been. All these were made like I had to start with a cylinder and then like extrude a side. I can actually show you real quick. Let's make a little trash can. So add it in a cylinder. I have to go into edit mode and move it up a little bit. So now the origin point, it was in the middle, but now you want it to be at the bottom. So when you place it on objects and different things, it kind of like snaps to where you want it to instead of like halfway going through items. So you can adjust the sides, but I think this on 16 sides right now. That's a good amount of angles. Pretty much, just to do it simply, I'll grab this face, size it up. Actually, go into object mode, size it up just a little more, and then try to shrink it to get it similar size to the other project. Move it up a little bit. Now, go back into edit. Now this is where the fun part. I've been learning all the different tools and all the crazy things. Also, thank you, Shiotic, for the happy birthday. Appreciate you. But so literally you would just press I and it insets this thing, the whole circle, and I could kind of make like a lip. And once you have that lip, you can inset it. But actually, I'm going to redo that and really quick size up this so it kind of has like a little angle to it. Now, you can put it inset. See, in like spots like this, it kind of like clips through the edge. So this is new things that I'm kind of learning about. So maybe the best way might be to guess we'll just inset into a simpler way. Make a small hole. Put on X-ray mode so I could see through all the different vertices. Bring it down a little. Then you can kind of like click these points to see how much space you actually have. Now I'm gonna switch over to my edges, double click that. Now I could kind of, let's see, Control A. Oh. Interesting. So I adjust the size with my scroll wheel. And this one I will size up as well. And now we got, this is a pretty simple one. So just to make it a little taller, I'll grab these top lines. I'm going to look at it from a side angle and just kind of stretch it up a little bit taller. Love your creative character. I'm a patience. That's fair, Balake. I feel like sometimes my creative curiosity kind of stops me doing other things, but it's so fun to just learn new things and like apply them. Like, I think I'm so eager to learn all these different things because I'm learning a video game software developing that I can like actually play that game, and then now I'm learning how to 3D model assets that I can actually use in the video game, and it creates a lot more of an incentive for me rather than just making something that looks cool to show other people like, hey, look what I made. Hey, what's up, Eduardo? Welcome. Glad you guys can make it. Just showing them how I'm making a trash can in Blender. Showing Mobile Twin. Soon, fam. That'd be sweet. I got some. I don't want to promise anything, but I'm looking into options for this year, so we'll see what happens. But now I got a pretty basic little trash can here. I'm gonna go over to my edges. I'm gonna try to create a little lip on the top. So I'm gonna Control R, bring up the little loop. The Control R creates a loop around the entire object. So now I can select. See, there are supposed to be tools that make it easier to select loops, but I haven't been having any luck with them. So I just put in X-ray mode, and that selects all the faces. And now, Alt-E along normals. Create just a little bit of a bevel. Hey, thank you, Budwardo. I appreciate you guys. I've been working on some new music. Got some in the background. I feel like I need to lock in more on it. I've been trying to set aside time in my day to specifically work on music, and then later in the day work on like my more creative, fun hobby projects. But we got some music in the works. Hopefully, get you guys listening to another banger soon. Um, but yeah, so now we got a little edge on here. Kind of looks like one of those Mario pipes. But I'm gonna click these top edges and Control B, and that creates a little bevel. Hence the B stands for bevel. Put a clamp on here. Now it only goes to a certain spot. Wow, I was kind of scared it wasn't going to work this easily because last night I was not having this much luck. Sweet. Okay. So now we have a little outside lip on our trash can. Pretty simple. But I appreciate all you guys being in here. Like, thanks for watching. If there's anything you guys want to see, like stream-wise or music-wise, anything, just let me know. I'm more than open to options. I just like being able to stream and hang out with you guys. All right. So now, honestly, that's a pretty good trash can. I'm going to see if I could put some objects inside of the trash can. So I'll go to object mode, move it a little bit out of the way. For some reason, the cursor's not in the middle. So now I'm going to probably just do some random little stuff to kind of fill up that area. I haven't put in trash and stuff like this, so this is new to me as well. Actually going to tab G, Z1. Now that origin's at the bottom and it can kind of like shrink down and stuff. So now when I size it down, oh, see, I had this problem last time. Ooh. Now I collect everybody. Okay, it's working out. I wanted. So we'll size it down a little bit. See, now when I hold control, that bottom origin ends up sticking to the nearest flat face up here. So that ends up being pretty helpful. I'm just gonna try and get this to fit snugly in here so it looks like there's little bits of something in there. So I'm just gonna look at the object, go on a top-down view, and so looks like I might need to size it down just a little more. And then move it over. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look like anything crazy, but, you know, from this perspective now, we got something in a trash can. You can also do like a cylinder or just a bunch of different like options of things. So I can shift a cylinder. Just move in the origin, sizing it down. I'm gonna put it on top of here, and then I'm actually gonna move it down across. Trying to create a like a flatter barrier around. Yeah, almost something like that. There we go. Now, you know, it looks like there's something in it. So pretty much now I would just like take it over to my scene and like have it hang out with all the other stuff. Now we got trash can over there. Yeah. So just a little, you know, showing you guys what I've been up to and the fun process of everything. But yeah, as you can see, everything's just like white. But there is like shade on it because there are light sources hidden in other places. I think this one? Yeah, this one. But yeah. Well, it's fun when you make stuff and then actually get to like use them and create a world with it. So I'm excited to end up using them in the video game. But I'm gonna save this. Open up that character. So this has been a fun process because I've never made a character or anything like that. But I was thinking, my girlfriend, she has ferrets, now one ferret, and I think that they kind of have that cool silhouette when like a cat on their back legs when they're sitting up, and they have like the belly and they're like kind of walking up on 2 feet. I think I'm gonna try to choose that as like my style of character and figure out how to make one of them. But that's a whole process that I think will take a couple days, honestly. But interesting. Oh yeah. So I was like, why don't I see the vertices? Because they're all hidden inside of the character. um, but yeah, do you guys want me to show you anything else more specific to Blender, or I can show you a little another something I've been working on? Do this real quick. Yeah, look at that. All right, so we got that up. I gotta put the chat above it so I can still see you guys talking. There we go. All right. So now I'm just loading up my game that I've been working on. All right, sweet. So here's my new game that I'm working on. This one it looks similar to that other world I was showing you, just because I'm using the same base test world that I use on that other game. Because I don't feel like making a white box world to run around in for right now. But um, yeah, so I ended up importing this character, adding the physics. Now, like when he runs, he'll like run, and the camera moves with the camera, which is pretty cool. And then also, pretty cool, I got controller compatibility to work. So let's just plug that. That's funny. I tried plugging in my controller, but it was too the wall and not my computer. Might help. But now the reason I kind of started moving into Blender was because now I need a way to make my own animations and my own characters and everything. So now that I got my controller connected, we can move the camera around with the stick. You guys can see that. You can move the camera around. And then also with the controller, we got like a slower walking animation. Obviously, the speeds aren't right because I haven't really put. I need to make more animations and stuff like that. But as he goes, the stick goes closer to the edge of the barrier. He'll go faster, and then eventually, once it reaches the edge, you like go transition into a running animation. But I couldn't find a good running animation and that walking animation without like holding something. There's stock ones, but they're not. They only work in certain contexts. So I have to still like A doesn't work, but the spacebar works. So stuff like that. I have to just do little tweaks and whatnot. But press escape, and now I have a free camera again, a free mouse, and then I can escape. But that's something I had to code in there, which is kind of cool. Um, yeah, I've been just having fun, just creating. So also now I can make music for my video game, and then be able to make a different style of music because I like making my hard trap music, but it's always fun having some other stuff in there. But yeah, I guess since I've given you guys a little rundown of Blender and Godot, I'll do. I can start making another beat real quick, tie it into my music. um, yeah. So I'm gonna go back, show you guys Mr. Knight again. Luckily, Control S is like save from across many different platforms, and I like how they did that. All right. So now, oh, I gotta turn my speakers off. I forgot about that. Go over here. Do this one and this one and. All right, I'm getting better at this streaming stuff. I'm learning. All right, so I'm gonna just do a new project today, I think. Just looking for my sample pack. All right. Oh, Cool beans. All right, so now I'm gonna see if there's a BPM for it. No BPM for it. Sweet. So this is a great example of when you don't know what BPM you have and you gotta, figure it out. So it's a pretty nice thing that they added. You can press on this little logo up next to the sample in the top left, and then you can detect tempo. It says 158 estimated, so I'm just gonna do 100 to 200. See what it says. 129. So that's pretty convenient because we're at 130. So let's see how this guy sounds. Oh yeah, that probably sounds silly. My speakers are still on. All right. Let me know if that sounds all right for you guys or need to turn it up or anything. So rad that there's 2 subscribers. Thanks, guys. I think I got a couple more. So I found this acoustic guitar sample. Very vibey. I really like it. So let's cook with it. So I'm gonna do my usual 8-bar cuts. Cuts. This one looks like 4-bar. So I'll do 1 4 and 1 8, 1 8. Alright, so now see how these sound together. Sweet. Thanks, Shy. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're doing good. Everybody who's in here, hope you're doing good and having a great Monday. I'm having a great Monday so far. Okay, so I'm not the biggest fan of these ethereal. I mean, this one's better than this one, I think. Man, I'm trying to think. So I think it would be nice to have those still in the song at some point. So we're just gonna move stuff back. Cool. All right. So is this guitar the same the whole way? Okay, yeah, so it is 8-bar loop. Yeah, it sounds nice when it like subtly goes into it. See? Alright. Honestly, the lead I'm not the biggest fan of, so I think I'm just going to be turning it down a good amount. I'm going to send these to their... Okay. Set them to their respective master tracks. So main guitar, we'll do 1. Strum chords, we'll do 2, 3, 4. Now, put a EQ on here. cat hair on my mic. Sorry about that. So. I'm gonna put a cut on here. 20 hertz and 18 kilohertz. And I put it on the wrong one, so I'll move it up. Grab this one. I think the low ends are gonna sound good with the acoustic, with a little high end. Sound good. So. I think just a little bit. Add some reverb on there, move the sizes of it. Excuse me. Yeah, that sounds great. Add another cut. Paramedic UQ, the high ends in the middle just a little bit. I'm gonna add very light stabilizer. Man, can't wait to sleep tonight. Yeah, if you guys have ever wondered why I'm a little asleep, I love sleeping. Crazy. Who would have thought? Oh, not that. This. Okay. So, let's add some bass to it. Let's get it popping. I feel like it's a little too slow. All right, let's do this. Keep saying all right, but that's not gonna change anything. I gotta actually do something. I'm just enjoying how I think the process. I'm enjoying how it's sounding, so I'm trying to think of where to add what I want to add. I think I'm gonna add the bass right here at 25. My goodness, need some coffee. So add in. Here, pattern, unmute it, accidentally change the size, change it back. Now we're gonna add some different instruments, like hi-hat. I feel like a clap would work nice with this one, so. And got bass fizz. Perk in there too. Alright, so now got all the instruments. I'm gonna start with just the hi-hats, make it so it's the right length. I can do an 8-bar loop, so almost there. Alright, we'll do fill 4, and we'll do clone, fill 2. And now claps are so quiet, it's hard to hear. Alright. Sounds like a good clap. Just gonna put a little bar over here so it keeps replaying this part. Now we vibing. So I think I'm gonna do one and then the other. So hard, a double, dum, dum, and dum, dum. Got a little variation in there. So this will be a double and then watch the 808 and it changes when it gets trying to figure out where they should put the perks. I like this first spot. I think this red spot. Trying to think. Yeah, I like that. Now we're cooking. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, half my lyrics is literally just me mumbling until I think of things. I'm like, oh yeah, that works. Hey, what's up? It's in. How you doing? Welcome to cooking. Just making a beat in FL Studio right now. We were showing some Blender and game development earlier, but decided to start cooking a beat, and I'm really liking how this one's going. How you doing, man? Or you doing Monday for you? So you starting your week? You know, it's a good one. Had a great weekend. Ready to start the week over again. Let's get it done. Alright, so now I think I got a good layout for the drums and everything. So I'm gonna split the channel. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. Glad you're able to hop in here. Oh. Sure you could probably hear that. The dryer is finished. Play. Get some different sound. Dryers, they plotting. Alright. So we gotta have our 808. Got our two separate claps, the hi-hats, and our kicks and the perk. Okay. So just to make everything a little easier, not change the name. Easier way to do it, just random color. Sweet. Okay. Alright, so now it'll be easier to tell the difference between all the different tracks. But yeah, glad you're in here, Zen. It's been a great stream so far. We've just been hanging out, you know, relaxing. If there's anything you want me to like see me do, like music wise or playing games, doing anything, feel free to let me know. Very much open to suggestions. Alright, so where's the claps? We're gonna take our clap over here. Play a slower hi-hat. And maybe of course goes over here. Let's try this. Hey, thank you, man. Underrated for now. We're coming up 2026. I'm gonna add this perk over here too. Right. all I'm doing is Control B, if anybody's wondering. Honestly, just take this whole thing, chop off the end, and it'll probably be a shorter ending, so I'm gonna do this, and then friggin' Twitch and its things. Don't worry, shit. Hey, never gets old, man. Never, ever. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for letting me know. I always love seeing messages from you guys letting me know how much you appreciate the music and listening to it. It really motivates me to keep on going. So, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know, brother. I'm new to the stream stuff, so I'm seeing how I can like allow or deny it because it's Twitch and it's fucking AI. All right. I really like how this is sounding. I think I want to start messing with the hi-hat patterns. See how much variations we can get. Get a little more sway going in there. Ooh. So right now I'm just kind of trying to think of a decent hi-hat pattern and, you know, make it feel a little more, you know, vibey. Hey, well, I'm glad you're able to see it, then. You know, I stare at this screen too much, so I'm happy I'm able to show you guys what it's like. You know. So now I'm just gonna edit the variations a little bit, make it sound a little more human, less robotic. With a bell curve for the hi-hat roll. Control A, Control B. And we got a simple little hi-hat pattern to roll into it, and this one. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so everything, I mean, I do have a lot of samples that I get from online and different things, but yeah, I produce my own beats and make my own lyrics, produce my own songs, promotion, independent artist over here. It is a lot, but you know, it's worth it. Being able to, you know, own everything, know that you did it, you know, everything like that really makes it worth it. Especially, it's my 4th leading into 5th year on music, doing music. On music. But it's been so much fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Thanks, man. I'm glad you think so. And now I'm at a point where, you know, I can just hang out and show you guys what I'd be doing. And also now I can get your guys' ideas and like your input, and like, I think it'd be really cool for you guys to have ideas on a song, and then potentially like I release that and it's like a song you guys helped with that, you know, you get to listen to. It's like collaboration with everybody. That's the goal. But, you know, one day at a time. One Monday at a time. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that'd be 6 o'clock East Coast and a bunch of other ones. I wish I knew time zones more. But I release my music on the East Coast time zone, so that's kind of why I know. Man. 5 Central. Bet. Yes, sir. Well, that's when I'll be going live. This is the 6th stream of 2026 so far. Trying to keep it every Monday, and then been saying I want to do surprise streams, so hopefully this weekend I can, or sometime this week, I'll have a surprise stream. Just keep your eye out for my Instagram stories. I always post on my Instagram story when I'm live. Man, I really like this beat. It's like, I don't know. I think it almost reminds me of like XXXTentacion style, like acoustic trap. Well, hey, I'm glad you're able to notice and hop in here. You know, I'm glad having you in here, man. I love being able to share the music process with you guys, because I know from someone who listens music, like, it's crazy, and I love being able to show you guys the process of how those songs are made, so people ain't out here gatekeeping. Fuck that. Or should I deleted all socials? Oh no, damn. Hey, respect though. Hell yeah, I always like to respond to people. That's one of my favorite things, is responding to fans. Like, I have a photo album of different responses from a bunch of fans that, like, whenever I'm down, I like to look at those, and it helps me get motivated and get right back to it. So, you guys are amazing. I'm glad that you enjoy as much as reaching out as I enjoy reaching out to you as well. But if you subscribe on Twitch, I think you could get like a notification to your Gmail. So you might be able to, if you're on like a computer or something, you can see it that way. Otherwise, 3 p.m. I'll be here. 5 p.m. Central. I'll have to remember that. Man, okay, I'm trying to think what else I could do to this beat. I think this part, when it kind of goes into here, it'd be cool if it drops out a little bit and then it really like punches in hard. So, what's this? So maybe we'll add insert one, we'll add a tracking area in here, go over to our master, and then we'll create an automation clip. Make sure we see that 0 dB because it hasn't moved. That's funny. Alright, well, just to get a sense for it, and drop it like this. Go to step. Go. Let's hear what that sounds like. Hell yeah. Glad we can hit the right vibe for you. Okay, so it does cut out a lot too much, so. But yeah, that's the vibe. I want something you put on and you press, you start speeding. Whoa, what? No speeding, but responsibly. I like that type of music. Like, what's the vibe? Night Lavelle, you know, those hard-hitting bass, Suicide Boys, X, Lil Peep. I like those type of, you know, blast the music and think about stuff later. So it looks like I did a decent job. So I'm gonna cut these and oops, actually select it like this. I think it does do it a little too aggressively, so maybe move it up just a wee bit. $70 dBs. That just has a more mellow. You're funny. Yes, we do bump Lil Sleep for when you want to go fast too. Yes, of course. That's the vibe. But I am very much like playing, yes, sad boy music. But sad boys get in the bag. This doesn't line up. I don't like that. So let's see this 0 over here. This up to 0. Type in value 0. I always try to do stuff with my mouse and it never makes it easier. I'm not on the right. Yeah. We'll do type in -10. You know, I think this is a great place to have this beat be saved. Yup. Does sound like that late night Forza drift thing. I'm excited for that new Forza game coming out. Forza 6, I think. The one over in Japan. That one's gonna be sweet. I'm excited for that. What's your favorite video games in? Be like in like shooter games or like drive-in sports? Curious. Hey, yes sir. Our graders is fire. Rust in League mainly. Nice. Rust, I'm way too bad at Rust. I feel like if I started playing it, I would get hooked by all those veterans that's fire. I'm mostly... I guess I haven't been gaming too much recently, but I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders with the homies. That shit... Nothing like it. Gets your heart pumping. Shit gets intense. I want to get some more like horror type games. What's the Outlast Trials or something like that? That seems like a fun one. But okay, that makes sense. That's fire though. That game, there's so much to that game. Every time I see a new video about it, there's like new updates for like economies or you know, their servers, and PvP is awesome. Might have to look more into that game sometime because the base building looks really fun. Oh, got you. Yeah, that I think I'm level 25 or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, you're fire at Rust then. Yeah, you're the vet that I'm worried about when I play Rust. But yeah, no, the Arc, that shit. That's my first extraction game, like shooter game that I played, because I've seen it like Tarkov and all that stuff, but that one is just so fun. It's like when you lose your good guns, then it's not fun anymore and you want to play a new game. That's happened many times where I'll get like a really cool gun and be super excited, and then I'll die and then I'll just be super pissed again. But it's just the way it goes. That's how I expect those extraction shooter games to be. There's a new game, Hightail, that got released. It's like Minecraft, pretty much modded Minecraft. That one's been pretty fun. Playing that a little bit. And Valheim. I think. Oh, Battlefront 2. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm a perfect example of why you shouldn't buy stuff on a Steam sale. Oh no, you're fine, fam. The whole thing about this is just hanging out with you guys, so you're not distracted at all. I'm having a great time. Nice little slow, drawn out ending. I like that. No perk. It could be, yeah. So that's what's cool about these songs that you're seeing. I could be turning these into songs that, you know, could be put on an album or released as singles. Then some of them are just kind of more messing around stuff, but a lot of, I think 3 of the beats I made on the stream, I'm trying to like actually write to make like a song out of, and I think one of them I'm pretty close with the lyrics to actually recording soon. So yeah, like these are actual songs that I could be releasing. So it'd be cool if it does release, then you could, you know, hop in and be like, hey, I saw you made that. Give us a bar. I wish I was good about freestyling like that. But all you would hear is just mumbling. I've tried so hard to freestyle and it's so like hard. Juice WRLD and all them who be freestyling like that, my jaw still drops. It's like I can do it, it just doesn't sound how I would think good is. So I don't like to do it. But you know, practice. If I keep practicing, you know, eventually. Just never give up. It's kind of like that with everything, you know. If you keep at it, then eventually, sometime, you'll get it. Eventually. But yeah, I do have a Discord server. I think it should be linked. Do I not have my link tree? Oh yeah, so if you look at the bottom to my link tree, I think it's in there. Let me double check. Yeah. Still working. Invalid. Expired. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna post the link in the chat for you, I guess. Cause yeah, I got a Discord server for the Lil Sleep fans. Be talking in there with them. How does one? Invite to server. That should work. Sweet. Let me know if you're able to hop in the Discord. Live in chord. Is chord place? Hey, what's up? Let's go. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Discord. But yeah, so I have that Discord just for whenever, you know, people want to talk to each other, talk to me, ask about music, anything. Okay. Gotcha. I'm happy that I was able to make this super awesome vibey beat, because I was mostly just planning on going through my Blender stuff and talking about that. I wasn't really too focused on making music, but I found this sample earlier this morning while searching on Waves. Gosh. I use waves.com to find my samples, and I get like stem packs and everything, and then that's how I get my samples to use in my songs. And usually the ones I use are royalty free, and then I don't have to pay a commission or a royalty percentage to the producer. I just pay like using their Waves coins, I pay a certain amount of coins to get that sample and the stem pack, and then those artists and the producers, they get paid for me downloading them stems. Their stems, it's just they don't get the royalties for it getting used in further songs unless they have a royalty A, B, or C license directly like attached to it. So that's why I say I do make everything on my own, but I also have the help of other producers that are royalty free and those type of things. So, but I also do, I think 3 or 4 of my songs now I've recorded guitar for those, and I do the lyrics for everyone and everything like that. So it's a very, very fun and complicated process, but it's my dream job, so I'm having a great time. That's a great question. I don't think that's too personal. I feel like a lot of people have that question. I personally, I am I'm very content. I think the media does a lot of things what makes you think you have to have certain things, like financially, to be at a certain point. Like if you're an artist and you don't have that Rari and that mansion and, you know, all those things, it's like then you made it. But it's like, for me, I've gotten to a point where like I'm paying taxes, I'm doing, you know, all my things, I'm trying to figure out shows for myself and stuff like that. So I'm not scraping pennies, pretty much, if that helps answer your question. I'm able to do what I want whenever I want, which is nice. To an extent. I do have to be financially responsible, which I feel like a lot of artists, it's a learning curve for them. But, you know, I think it just still blows my mind. I can't even wrap my head around it. But, you know, I'm appreciative and I'm grateful. That's what matters. Man. And like, you being in here, Zin, talking, like, that's awesome. I love being able to talk with people across the world. Like, I would probably never be able to meet you in real life if it wasn't for, like, some music or stuff like that. So, I think it's awesome. Like, building a community of, like, I see it more as friends rather than fans, because you guys are just as much as the reason I have this job, like, and be able to do these things. Like, so, yeah, that's why I also don't care at all, and I love responding to DMs, because it's like, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the help of fans. So, yeah, that's why I appreciate you guys to the max. But man, I'm excited about. I think I might be right into this one. I think it's got a great dynamic to it with the acoustic and everything, like that drawn out ending. I'm excited. Man, is there anything else you want to seize in, like music wise, gaming wise? I'm kind of just chilling at a point, like right now. Trying to think, like, what, I don't know if I can add too much to this song without, you know, messing it up. Sometimes you add too much and it ends up being worse than when you started, but it's not the case right now. And also, thank you for, you know, asking and saying I'm deserving of it. I appreciate you, man. People like you are the reason I love doing this stuff. So, like, it's just crazy. It's the best way you can describe it. It's amazing and crazy. But it's a vibe. Oh, that's a good one. Favorite song for myself. I feel like it really changes more so with like making newer songs, because I feel like if you asked me that 2 years ago, I would have had, like, it would have been, you know, Take It All or Two-Faced or something. But then now, like, yeah, I have my songs that I've made the guitar for, and I can, like, I feel like I get attached to specific parts of the song that make me like them more and make them my favorite song rather than, like, as a listener, which is kind of funny. But like, I mean, I mean, Blue Hills. That's been like probably my top right now rap from my songs. Like, cause I put that one on and it doesn't never hit. Cause it's sometimes like I feel like more songs will hit more than the other songs. So, hey, thanks, brother. I'm glad you like it. That one was such a fun one to make. Just came out of nowhere. I didn't think I was gonna be making a song like that, and I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing, and that shit couldn't have came out any more perfect. Yes, very much depends on the vibes. I agree with that. It's like it could be a like hard ass, like super bassy song where I'm like going to work and having a great day. Yeah, that's definitely gonna fuck with some shit. But you know, if you're like fucking stacking money, fucking doing shit, speeding, you know, relatable things for that type of vibe, it's a lot better. Yeah, definitely. A lot. I feel like I try to have a good spectrum of everything. Where I have like just party music, and then I have like sit home alone and like your really sad music, and like hang out with your friends music, or driving alone on a night, or driving with a loved one. You know, I'm trying to make more family friendly type songs. So not in the sense of like 3 days. It's has a lot less cursing in it and like profanity and drugs type stuff compared to my other songs, because it's just talking about like a good night and having a party and vibing. So is there a way to see on Spotify how many hours I have listening? Yeah, so it should still be going on right now. If you go to Spotify Wrapped on like Google, I'm sure you could sign into your sign into your Spotify, and then it will tell you exactly like how much. Yeah, so if you search up Spotify Wrapped, you can like, I think, sign in your Spotify and everything. It'll let you know exactly how long people you listen to people, what your favorite song is, your top listen song, your favorite vibes, that type of shit. Excuse me. I really love seeing the Spotify Wrapped for like, I get to see the Wrapped of all of you guys listening to my music, and that stuff's always so insane. Like having people listen to the music across the country and across the world, it's insane. Can't help but make you smile. Yeah, sometimes I'll be making a beat and I'll just finish it. I'll just kind of sit here. I'll have it like playing on my speakers, and it'll just be kind of like my background music for the day, like while I'm thinking of like lyrics or thinking of things. So, but yeah, let me know if when you do end up getting your Spotify Wrapped to work, you could send it to the Discord if you wanted to share. But more than willing to be down. More than willing to see your Spotify Wrapped. It's awesome. I love when people send those to me on Instagram. Usually on the day that they all kind of go out, I try to repost as many as I can because it's just so cool. Wow. Okay. This is cool. So this song will probably be a mix of like Take It All Suspect vibes. I guess. Oh, that's the part that I didn't do. So, I was wondering why it sounded good, but not as great as I was thinking. That's because I didn't put any of these to their spots. So, now we will do that. 9, 10, and 11. Let's do. do. All right. All right. So now we're gonna go in a little bit more and figure out the sounds. Try to get it sounding just a little bit better. So I already kind of did some stuff with this. Yeah, that one. So my 2-track is the chords. I think it's this one. 3 is the strum. 4 is the lead. Okay. So put EQ on here, just a simple cut. Yeah, the cover art, yeah. The Cowboy Bebop, I think that was my first anime that I watched as well. I'm pretty sure. It's just one of those like things you didn't think you were gonna watch, and then you watch it and you're like, wow. The story, the soundtrack, the message, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. That one is definitely one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people love to hate on everything. Everything's got haters. But I mean, just the story of Spike and like, spoilers for those who haven't watched it, close your ears. Like when he, like having to relive kind of that life and that trauma of when you like get close to somebody and then he just didn't want to do that again, where he just like gave up. Like he just was like, I had my one life and I'm not like trying to do another one. Kind of crazy. And then just that like 2000s like style of anime, it's new animes and animation just doesn't hit like it used to, like visually wise, because like Studio Ghibli, it's just you feel cozy, Hey, what's up, Matt Hippie? Yo, good brother, glad you could tap in. Honestly, since you're in here real quick, I know you would like this, Matt Hip. I was actually showing some Blender stuff. So, let me... Just for those who didn't see it at the start of the stream. So, let me know if you need me to turn down the volume of the music if it's too distracting. I might turn it down just a tad. There we go. Your girlfriend tripping, man. You just have a friend. What a thing. So Matt Hippie, this was all made in Blender. I 3D made all of these assets. I made this trash can earlier on stream just to kind of like show, but like made this little face and all these flowers and everything. Right now it's just in a base solid color. I have to texture everything, but I'll texture this flower to kind of see what's up. Kind of like see all the little stuff. Yeah, it's been I've been cooking in Blender, learning, trying to make my own character and everything. There's this world. This one's like more complicated stuff, and then there is this world, which is a little more simpler stuff. And I put like a back, like I tried pointing at it. I'm a fucking idiot. There's like a back plane in the back of the photo, so when I go to camera mode, has like a solid background, and when I render the image, it takes in the light sources and adds the shadows and all that stuff. So I've just been, you know, learning, making shit. Yeah. That's the thing I'm excited for, is adding like crazy shader and like dimensions and stuff like that, because like everything looks really, like, I go to this mode and just everything looks really flat, but I'm trying to think if I could color something simply. I guess I could do this chair. Go over here. Material. Wood 1. And then just gotta like choose. Different like saturations and values. And then it's like actually got colors. And then I can like do this, Control L, and link materials. Wait, gotta link, yeah, there we go. Link materials. Now everything's brown. Whoa. For sure, Zid. Thanks for being in here. Glad we were able to talk. Maybe I'll see you in the Discord. That'd be rad. I hope you have a good week. Maybe I'll catch you next Monday. Take care, man. But yeah, this has been a super fun process, learning Blender and everything. I learned it all because I'm trying to figure out how to make a character and then make animations for my game and all that. So, have a good one, Zin. Alright, so this one is the complicated world though. I haven't textured like these apples or this mug and the plates and lamps, whatnot, compared to the other one, which is a lot more colored, but you know, it's definitely a lot simpler. Like this. Ooh. Like this door. It's pretty simple. Nothing crazy. The Discord link is up in the chat if you can see it. If not, let me know. I can copy and paste it for you again. But yeah, I've just been having a blast learning, having fun, you know. Now, today, I've been figuring out how to make a character, but, you know, that's gonna take a long time. You know, got a little funky head and some arms and some little legs and feet. But it was cool because I was able to, like, model this guy from just a flat plane. You can, like, see inside. There's, like, only... Because I mirrored it, so I only did vertices along, like, these sides, and it's cool. Thanks, man. It's been a fun process, and I with this weekend just being so busy with the Super Bowl and birthday and everything, it's trying to portion out my time to get everything a little better. But meat glazing, okay. For real, man. What was I gonna say? Yeah, pretty much I was just making the character to use in my game. So it's been a fun process. It'll take a while, but you know. The coolest thing will be when I can go on stream and be like, all right, guys, I finished the game. You guys can play it now. And you guys can all like play a game. I think that'll be fucking badass. Yeah, from an outside perspective, I totally understand that, because when I didn't know anything about Blender and didn't step into this at all, I was so intimidated. But through the process of like making it yourself, like this for example, like actually I think it'll be easier if I go to my other world. Like when I made this trash can, it seems like it's crazy complicated, but you know, once you learn the tools, it makes it like a lot less complicated. Like you know what you're doing in a sense. Yeah, there's what the There's a lot, but if you kind of like compartmentalize it, it helps do it. Exactly, yeah. Because the cool thing about like when I'm making this game, if I get super frustrated with like coding or something, I could be like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna go make a 3D model of an axe or a house or something. Yeah, exactly. Then I can just go do whatever. So like this thing, I can like stretch it along different axes. And I think the hardest part about Blender was learning the hotkeys and the different commands for everything. Like, because once you kind of figure out like what you're doing in the sense of like you press this to get to that, everything kind of makes you can kind of build off things because you like make a tree or like let's see if I can make a pizza box, for example. Like add something like this, and then honestly I could go to my edge selector, go to this edge, create a loop, and go to make sure it's the only thing I'm looking at. Go to side view. Probably so much better way to make a fucking pizza box. What I was thinking was chopping it in half and then rotating this part up. But I think it would be easier if I just honestly duplicate this guy. E, Control, B, G, Z, right on top. Just rotate it a little bit. Make it slimmer if you want. Give it like more of a look or whatever. Easy. It's crazy because it's really all just like I don't know, tools. It makes sense, but it's just so like one tool does this, one tool does that. Exactly, yeah. So like if for this pizza box or whatever, once I were to like say I do 45 angle in here, and then I would move this up. It's like the more you add, the easier it makes it to do said thing. Because now it's like, okay, cool. And I can go back into this and into the edit mode. Click a face, and once I have like the face selected, I can like inset it, and then like I can like extrude it down. Oh, extrude it down. Excuse you. It's all faces. Well, now this is one of those when the faces are overlapping over each other. So moved 4 vertices. See, this is like the little things. Like something will happen, I'm like, and it won't work. Have to figure out like why is this not working? Like, is it something that I did like on accident, or is it something that I messed a setting up? Is it supposed to be doing this? Because now, if I go out of X-ray, you could still see a face up here. That is not supposed to be the case. See, these are like the little things that I'm still kind of figuring out, because I don't know why that's showing right there, right now. But maybe I'm doing... Oh, I think it's because I have that button pressed. Honestly, just one simple little Oh, that's not working. I'm actually very confused now. I think the main thing might be because the vertices are doubled up along the edge or the corners. So maybe it's creating a fake face that's not really there. So maybe we can dissolve edges. Dissolve edges. Only edges and faces. Oh, no. Yep. No. What I typically would do now is I would just like redo everything. And I think it messed up once I attached that first. Okay, so that's just too long. So I'm just gonna select it, X, delete. X, delete, okay. Oh, and there we go. Problem solved. So it seemed like I duplicated it one too many times and I forgot I didn't move the duplication. So by the time that it went into the, like I was moving stuff around, I was like, no, there's nothing here. Okay, now if I bring, yeah, okay. So this is what I wanted to do originally. Just bring the face down into the pizza box, and then now you got a box. It was supposed to be this simple, and you can see it's a great example of how it can turn from one little tiny thing that, like, you know, you're stuck on it for who knows how long. But for me, I've been finding that when you, like, if you get stuck on something, I just completely undo the steps and then try to go again from the start, and I'll kind of find which step I messed up on. So, what if I can add a pizza here? Should a add a circle? No, not a circle. We'll add a sphere, and then the sphere we're gonna shrink it like a pancake. Pancake, and then we're gonna bring it up. Actually, scale it down a little more. And now we got our pancake. It's literally as easy as that. And then I would end up texturing in the pizza or whatever. And then actually I could click the separate objects maybe. Control. Control J. Now, does it be an object mode? See, that's the fun part about this, is like you have to find out like what does what. There we go. So now we got our pizza box. Unhide everything else. Way too big, so we'll kind of shrink it down, and then we'll just bring it over this way, so it makes it easier to relate to the scene. And rotate the Z 90 degrees, or 180 actually. Olive, I can't see the screen. You said it. And we got a pizza. Pizza for sale. So yeah, I've just been having a blast learning about all these different things and, you know, how to use them, and eventually you'll be able to play a game from stuff that I created, which is crazy. Probably be in the future, but I'm excited for it. But I think this is a great point to kind of maybe leave off for next time. Yeah. Hope that, you know, I could show you something that you're like, whoa, or, you know, something's crazy. Or just, you know, be informed about what I'm up to. I hope everyone Hope you guys are having a great week, great Monday. It's the 7th. It's funny because this is the 6th stream of the year, but I think this is the 7th Monday because I missed the first Monday. So hope everyone's doing good. Matt Hippie, I'll be seeing the streams. I'm gonna tap in tonight. Yeah, yes sir. You stick to it as well. Yeah, I'll see what you up to tonight. And yeah, let me see if there's a little scene I can do. Ah, there's no mic on that one. So we'll just be in here. But I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. And this would be a good place to render image. Bam. Yeah. So see you guys soon. And make sure to check out these live streams on the Lil Sleep Live YouTube channel where I post all the VODs. I'll see you guys next week, or maybe later this weekend. Stay tuned. Watch the Instagram story. But hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I'll catch you guys later.